guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Shannon Ashley here. Today it is really hot out in California. It's like these past few days, you guys, have been so hot. Summer came a little too early. So right now it is 101 degrees. I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you guys a summer foundation routine. This is my go-to for when I know I'm going to be outside but I still want to look beat. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up if you're excited. I post makeup, lifestyle, and Vegas videos, but let's just get right into it. My go-to drugstore foundation for when I know it's gonna be hot, or basically when I don't ever want my makeup to move, is this Revlon Color Stay foundation. Clearly I use it a lot. Now as far as this being my color, this is actually like an OG foundation. Like they've had this out forever basically. This was like the first drugstore foundation I used because when I first started wearing makeup I wore MAC, but then when I went off to college I was like, I don't want to pay for MAC, so I decided to buy this and it's just never let me down. So I'm gonna show you guys how I go ahead and do it. Do you see how this is literally just like skin? Like I feel like, okay, I have sideburns and I have hair on the side of my face. I'm still undecided if I'm ever gonna shave it. So bear with me on that, but you guys, I literally feel like this just looks like my skin times 10. And I use a damp beauty sponge, especially in the summertime, because I feel like it hydrates my face, but it also just applies the makeup so smooth. And I like to go in with just small pumps rather than like one big glop of foundation, just because again I feel like it makes it easier to apply the foundation, and it also makes it so you have less product, I feel, on your face, which ultimately should not make you look so oily. You guys, I seriously love how this foundation turns out every single time. I just feel like it looks so freaking good, like my skin times 10. Okay, so I still have a little bit of color, like blemishes popping through on my cheeks, which is normal. So I'd rather, especially in the summer, just build up the foundation rather than apply so much and have to like try to get rid of it. And yeah, guys, look at that. Like, and this stays throughout the day. That's my favorite part about this, is like it will literally stay. If you're an oily skin girl like me. Okay, moving on. So if it's really hot outside, I will go ahead and start just putting a little bit of powder. But right now we're just in the 100s, so I feel like when it gets 102 plus is when I'll do that. But this is just for 100-degree weather, because we gotta have different levels. If you do the same thing every time, your skin's not gonna know how to react, in my opinion. Okay, so we're going with this e.l.f. Camo Concealer that I have recently fallen completely in love with. I'm like, I know this is thick, but I will still wear this summer. I'm actually running out. I think I have another color somewhere in my stash, but for now, this will do. I like to use this funky beauty sponge that I got from the 99 store, but it's also London Soho. Just to go ahead and blend in my concealer. Okay, so now we have different lighting on my face, just a teensy bit, and it just makes your skin look just so flawless and so natural. So that is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and again, just a little bit of product, guys. Don't go crazy in the product in the summertime. Big no-no. Next, we are going to be taking my Coty Airspun powder. This stuff, guys, is just, I'm trying to like show you guys without it falling out. This is like everything. I've been using this probably like for the past 3 years, and there's lots of powders that have tried to come close, but none really compare to what this powder has done for my skin. So because it is going to be hot outside, we are going to bake, meaning we're not going to blend in right away. We're going to let the powder set. This stuff blends so easy that it's really tempting to just go ahead and blend it all out, but just make sure you leave enough on your face to allow the powder to sit so it can bake. And then I really like to go in on the sides right here, because my nose tends to get super duper oily. We'll also add some up on my forehead just in case that decides to get oily too. I just want to show you guys, when I dip my beauty sponge into the powder, this is what it looks like on the sponge. It's pretty like covered with it. You can't really see any patches. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with the Naked Heat palette, and I'm just going to use cayenne color just to go in on the crease. I just like to put in a little color on my lids, just to make my eyes look a little bit more interesting. I feel like when I don't add color and I just go, I feel like this adds a nice like dynamic, nice little element to your eye, rather than just leaving it blank. Okay, next guys, we're just gonna go ahead and blend out the airspun powder. I'm just gonna take my beauty sponge and just pat it into my skin to get rid of the excess powder. I'm gonna make sure to touch on every spot where you put powder because you don't want any extra powder left over. Okay guys, now that's all blended out, I do see that I still have a little bit of like the ashiness from the powder, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with this L'Oreal True Match powder, and we are going to use this to just set everything on top, and then we'll be going in again with the airspun powder. So when I go in with my L'Oreal powder, I'm just going to use a brush like this. It really doesn't matter the exact shape of the brush, but I like to use brushes that are like kind of dense. But I found that brushes that are dense like this make it easier to apply and brush out the powder. Okay, so now that all of our base is on, we're gonna go ahead and just add a highlighter and mascara. I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with highlighter and mascara. My mascara is not the best, but hey, it is what it is. Today I'm gonna be using two different setting sprays to set it just because it is hot outside. So sometimes I will forgo setting spray just because I feel like my makeup gets kind of trapped in it depending on the foundation, but today it is hot and we need that setting spray. So before I go in with setting spray, I am going to go back on top of everything with some airspun powder. You guys, this right here is kind of a big deal. Remember when I told you guys about barely, like how we covered the beauty sponge? This time you just barely want to tap the beauty sponge in here, like barely. You want to dust it off because you really don't want it to be covered. So like you guys see how this is like covered with it? So this, I kind of like to just pat down as much as possible in here, and then I'll go ahead and apply, because you guys will see like you have to blend this out really fast. Alright, so now that we've gone back in with airspun, we are finally ready to set and spray. So I'm going to go in with the baby one first, which is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. To fan a little bit. Okay, and as this one gets finished setting, we're going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte and set. A little too much there, so it's gonna absorb that. Alright guys, so this is my summer foundation routine that keeps the sweat away. We're gonna put this to the test. I'll be checking in with you guys at the end of the day so you guys can see if my face does indeed get oily. But for the most part, this foundation, concealer, and powder, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb. Alright, I will see you guys throughout the day. Alright guys, so it is the end of the day. It is literally 9:22. So I've had this on for about 7 hours. And okay, these past 7 hours, you guys, like I might look a little oily, but I wasn't oily for a long time. So this is what happened. Put my makeup on, went out in 100-degree weather in California, went to Burbank. Burbank usually is a little hotter sometimes. It's just like in the cusp of a whole bunch of mountains. Went to a basketball game. You know, the gyms are hot. Sometimes it's not hot, but like you get all antsy. After the basketball game, you guys, I'm gonna insert my picture. Still no oil. Guys, I'm usually an oily mess, okay? Came home, had to clean up a dog mess, and vacuumed, swept the floor, mopped the floor, and this is all I have. This is it. Oh, honey. I forgot how much I really love this foundation, you guys. Sweatproof, routine, on lock, on deck. I'm gonna try it out again when I go to an amusement park tomorrow. But guys, like, get those products if you want a nice sweat-free face, and just, you know, do your nails though. Don't have your nails looking like mine, but it's gonna be a good summer, okay? Stay sweat-free, stay oil-free. We got this, all right? Don't say I never told you guys something. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.